Welcome to Shree's Coding Hub. Till the last episodes, we have seen what are built-in functions and we have also used a built-in function printf to print any required data on the output window. We have also used printf function in different fashion. If you have not seen those videos, the links will be provided in the description. Please go and check out. In today's video, we are finally going to do arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division by writing a code in C language. In this way, we are going to learn C language from basic to pro in series wise. So stay tuned, do not forget to subscribe and like the video. So without getting late, let's get started. Opening Turbo C++, start. Now I am opening the our previous file only by searching the by name first program.c. Open. Now here, this is the code we wrote in the last video. Oh, till here we wrote in the last video. Now let's write a simple code to add two numbers. Can you guess how can we write by using printf function? Uh, I think you may guess like this. Printf semicolon is mandatory. 100 plus 200 and slash n for printing the next line to get the next statement in the next line. If your guess is this, you are completely wrong. Uh, you may question how can you say this? Our streets coding hub is defined that whatever the output we need that should be written using printf function in between these enclosed quotation double quotations. But as I as I we discussed in the last video, uh, whatever the characters we define in between these enclosed double quotations, those this is called as string. What is a string? It is a set of characters enclosed between these double quotation. So what our output window, what our cursor does, it reads one by one character which is defined in between these enclosed double quotations and prints as it is on the output window. Let's see the output of this code. I am saving using the function F2 and Alt F9 is for compiling. Warnings are not bothered. Control F9 for linking and loading, simply clicking yes. Alt F5 for output. You may see here, welcome to Shree's Coding Hub, 100 plus 200. It is printing as it is, which we defined in between these double quotation because the our system is understanding that these are the characters should be printed on the output window because these are enclosed between double quotations. So it is understanding that these should be printed as it is by one character. But we need the sum of these two numbers. Then how? We need the sum of these two numbers. Then we should inform that to our system these are the numbers. Don't treat 100 plus 200 as characters. These are the numbers. Treat them as numbers and do the task which is instructed. Then how can we do this? Here comes a basic topic into the play, which are called format types. What are these called? Format types. Uh, what are the format types? Percentile D, which is for integer. Percentile D, I'm making this full screen. Percentile D is for integer. Next, percentile F is for float. Float is nothing but decimal values. Float is nothing but decimal values. And percentile C for character, for defining character. Character means you can simply say A, B, these single A, B, C, these are called characters. Now I hope you guys understood. Now percentile D is for integer, percentile F for float. By using percentile D, we can instruct our compiler these are numbers, not characters. Treat them as numbers and perform the instructed task. Now how to do this? Now percentile D, percentile F, percentile C are the format definers. Now by using this, let's do our task. Now first we use percentile D. Now let's use percentile D. To use format types, the format types should be defined in between these double quotations. The format types should be defined in these between these double enclosed double quotations like this. And whatever and slash and also for printing the next line, for printing the next statement in the next line. Now understand the complexity. First slash n. For first slash n, the cursor moves to next line first, and next it reads percentile d. So it understands something data is given as integers to perform some task, and it performs the task and display on the output window. And next slash n and reads next slash n and understand the cursor should be moved for the next line. Uh, by seeing the output, you can get some some clear understanding. Now, comma and now what? Let's take any integer of 100 plus 200. Now 100 is an integer, 200 is an integer. Now what is the plus here? Plus is an arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. There are some arithmetic operators like plus, minus, into, divide, and modulo. The modulo may be new for us. Let's understand the modulo also in very detailed manner further. Now we used arithmetic operator plus and two integers 100 and 200. Now let's see the output. I am saving this by using F2 function, Alt F9 for compiling, Control F9 for linking, enter, Alt F5 for the output. Now you see we got the output 300. How it's possible? By using percentile D format type. What format type percentile D stands for integers. So here let's understand how this line is getting executed. Now let's assume here this is the output window. Okay, in between these two statements, let's assume this is the output window. Now the cursor is here. First it reads slash n, so it's got instructed to move to the next line, so it is successfully moved to the next line like this. Now it reads percentile d, so it understands some integers have been given to perform some task. Now what are the integers? 100 and 200. Now what is the task that it is instructed to do with the arithmetic operator plus? We have given arithmetic operator plus. What does the plus means? To add these two numbers and give the sum. Now the compiler understand. Now the our system understands this this instruction and gives the sum of these two numbers, 100 plus 200, 300. And now again what next after percentile d slash n? Now it is instructed to move to the next line, so it is successfully moved to the next line. This is the process happening in this line. First slash n for moving next line, next percentile d for instructing integers have been given, and the integers are 100 and 200. Now in between those we used an arithmetic operator plus, so it understand to add these two numbers. uh, it is not mandatory to add only these two numbers, we can do 3 or 4 also. I am using plus 400. Now the output will be 100 plus 200 300 plus 400 700, and the cursor moves to the next line. This is the process. Now I am saving. Let's see the output as it matches to our thinking. Alt F5. See, the output is 700. I hope you guys understood. Now let's see for some example on into multiplication. For multiplication, what is the arithmetic operator? This is the arithmetic operator. for multiplication. For this is the arithmetic operator for multiplication. Now let's use this 100 into 200. Okay, 100 into 200. Okay, now let's see the output. What it should be, it should simply multiply the 100 into 200 and should give our result. Alt F5. See, 2000 is our output. So it is working successfully. Now we are successfully done with arithmetic operators, addition, multiplication. As it is same with mm as it is same with subtraction also. You can try it by downloading Turbo C++, and it is very important to do practical. It is not sufficient by just listening. Will not get handsome on our code, on coding. It is very mandatory to start practice. Now, but it is slightly different when we go to division. Let's see. Let's see what it comes with division. I am dividing uh, 39 with 2. Now guess what would be the output. Uh, for simply understanding, let's take 9. What would be the output? I think so. You may guess 4.5. You may guess 4.5. If your guess is 4.5, you are absolutely wrong. Because what for this percentile d stands integers. Now what is the result? 4.5. Let's see, is it gives error or it compiles and successfully runs our code. Maybe output will be different. Let's see. Control F9 is for linking, Alt F5 for output. You may see the output is 4, but the exact result is 4.5. Now our output is slightly disturbed. Why? Percentile D stands for integers, not for decimal values. Now what is the format type for decimal values? Here you can see percentile F. Percentile F is the format type for decimal values. Let's use percentile F. Now let's save it using F2. I am now compiling, Control F9 linking and loading, Alt F5 output. You can see floating point formats not linked, abnormal program termination. Now why it has came? Because percentile F we use for decimal values, but it is searching for decimal value in the given numbers. Here there is no decimal value. Here there is no decimal value. So it is mandatory to give decimal value here. So now I am saving, compiling, Control F9, F5. Now you can see the exact results 4.50000. Here by using percentile F, if you are not giving any decimal value, it will throw some message like this, floating point formats not linked, because percentile F is searching for input decimal value. It is not getting any input as decimal, so it is throwing that message. So in case of percentile F, we should keep we should give at least one decimal value, maybe here or maybe here. It is mandatory. 9, Control F9. Now you can see exact result. Now here what we did is we gave a number with decimal value 9.0. Now here 9.0 is also treated as integer, but it is converted by a compiler as decimal value. It is not directly going to take it as decimal value and perform the division task. Compiler understand compiler converts this 9.0 integer as decimal value. It instructs uh, the system to consider this 9.0 as decimal value. This type of conversion from integer to decimal is known as implicit conversion. What it is known as? Implicit conversion, because this conversion of integer to decimal is done by compiler. Now let's do this the same task in another way. Percentile d f slash n for next line. Now here I am taking the same numbers but not giving any decimal value, but here I am writing a type in between two curly brackets float. Now let's see the output. Control F9, Alt F5. Now you can see, for giving a decimal value 9.0 and not giving a decimal value but defining some float in between curly brackets, also giving the same output. Now here what we done in between these curly brackets is known as type conversion. What it is called? Type conversion. This is simply called type conversion. We are converting a normal integer to the decimal by indicating a float. By writing float in between these curly brackets, it is type converting a normal integer value to the decimal value. This type of conversion is not done by the compiler. Now here we are defining it is as float. Here now we are defining to convert it as float by using a concept called type conversion. So this type of conversion is called as explicit conversion. What this type of conversion is called? Explicit conversion. Done by whom? We are doing that. Who are we? Programmers. We are programmers. So explicit conversion is done by programmers. Now let's see, here we also came through another operator called modulo. This percentage like symbol is called modulo. Now let's see what will be the output by using modulo. Percentile f percent, you can use anything. I am using percentile d slash n and 2, now 5 mod comma 5 modulo 2. Now can anybody guess what would be the output? Here we got an error. What it is saying? Function call missing. Can anybody guess the error? If your guess is here we have forgotten to keep the comma, you are absolutely right. Now your brain is started thinking logically, successfully. Now let's compile another time. Now it is not throwing any error, simply warning. We are not bothered about warnings. Enter. Control F9, Alt F5. You can see the output is D. The output is D. I am also a little bit confused because why I am getting the output percent. Oh, now I understood. Here printf percentile D. Can anybody guess what the mistake we did? We did the mistake that we need to keep percentile. Now, if your guess is this, then you are successfully become an pro programmer in C language. I'm just kidding. There's a lot to learn. Control F9, Alt F5. Now you can see the 1. Now what is this 1? Why we got 1 as output? See, if we divide 5 with 2, what would be the output? Simply basic level division. The here you can see the quotient is 1. So this line, this modulo operator gives the quotient. For getting remainder, we use divide operator. For getting quotient, we use modulo operator. So these are the arithmetic operators we can use in printf function. These are the uh, format types we can define, whether it is an integer, whether it is a decimal type, and also, and there is another format type /c. Here we can define any character. Now A is a single character. Let's see what does our compiler understand. Here it is throwing undefined symbol A because the characters, whatever characters we need to define, we want to define, those should be defined in between single quotation. In between single quotation. If if any character is enclosed between single quotation, it treats as a character. Now percentile C searches for a character. Now here we defined a character. Now let's see. F9, control F9, alt F5. See, a single character A is printed. Now I am changing little bit here. Percentile D I am keeping. You can see the output 97. Oh, percentile D is for integers. We defined here a character between single quotation. But the output is, you can see what we are getting as output. Oh, 97. What is this? What is this 97? I'll take another thing, capital A. Alt F9, Control F9, Alt F5. Oh, I am getting 65. Let's use another character, B. Alt F9, Control F9, linking and loading. 98. What is this? What is this? Can anybody guess? To understand this concept, stay tuned and do not forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. In this way, we are going to cover C language from basic to pro in series wise. So, to understand this concept, to get to know this interesting concept, stay tuned.